Hello everyone, this is Connor, and I'm back at you with some more Islanders content. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Normally, whenever I'm starting a high score run, I reload the first island several times to get a really good one, just to start off on the right foot. But today, I actually reloaded for about 15 minutes until I got this little pile of crap. Statue that has minimal flat ground actually around it. It's on the edge here. Not very much ground at all. Just these two medium-sized circles, a tiny bridge, a tiny square area, this awkwardness through here. A lot of this isn't going to be buildable for anything but the tiniest of buildings, and then not even like a lot of trees or flowers or anything. So this is the worst island I could generate, and I just wanted to show the difference that makes and how different it looks playing one of these. So, especially with our severe space shortage, fields, like, come on, where am I going to place fields? I put, what, 8 up here max, maybe more like 6, and then the rest just have to go on plateaus or something? Like, there's no way I have enough room for fields. I mean, lumber's not good either, but nothing will be good on this island, so we have to take what we can. Even literally my highest point value is probably going to be a 10. So when presented a bad situation, your strategy has to be making the best of it by maximizing the value of your space. What I mean by that, and generally space is what defines if an island is good or not. Like here the trees and flowers and stuff also matter, but generally speaking, large open areas good, tight little awkward spots like all this crap bad, because you want to be able to place buildings so they detect as many other buildings as possible to make usage of smart building layouts. But if I put a house here, like I can't put a house here, a house up here can't detect each other, so this whole area is like only semi-usable. So what that means is that I have to get the maximum value I can from the space I have. So obviously right now I can only place these buildings, but going forward I'm going to have to place buildings based on what will reward me the highest point values then. In some of my other islands you might have seen me like leave a building for later because I know that I can get some more points out of it, but here I won't have as much luxury simply because like I can't even fit that many sawmills on this entire island. Like besides this I might not build sawmills because I might be able to use the same space it was going to take to better effect. There's also the importance of using land like this. That's why I've been stopping on this spot. Anytime you can use a smaller than the regular square house space of land, you should. Because basically, like that, the iconic square shape that houses and mansions both come in, like a fountain shape essentially, is larger than this tiny bit of land. So if I can fit something down here for points, that's good, because very little will fit here. So obviously, I've been hyping it up, have to put one of my lumberjacks down here. And then the second, I really want to take up as little of the good space as possible. So I'm going to put it over here with the intent of leaving the ground closer to the statue. And then, despite the fact that these were both essentially maximum point lumberjacks, they weren't enough to get me the next tier. So I'm going to have to place my sawmill, again, getting it as far away from the tower as possible, or from the statue as possible, but over here, obviously, doesn't touch both the lumberjacks. So, see, already off to just a garbage start. I don't have the room for either of these, but I'm going to take... Oh, man, this is actually tough. Because brewing, as soon as I put, like, 3 hops fields, I'm done. And I need to get, like, a lot of points out of this, because I need to unlock the next tier. So I'm actually probably going to take farming and just not place the fields. Like, just score the mills, because mills will always score higher than breweries. So I'm going to go ahead and take farming with intent of not really placing very many fields. And it doesn't give me any of my lumber, so I'm going to have to place fields. So that's more than a little inconvenient. I would like to save this area for city. Like, as much of these two as possible for city as I can. So maybe down here is the nightmare void that I cram all of my greenery into. So let's move the mill in... Yeah, I like this direction. Let's move the mill in this direction. Then score from some fields. Oh, that's nice. I can actually clip this out over that. I'm actually clipping it into the mill even a little bit, but we'll score that. And then that and that. So when your island is less forgiving, like this one, your decisions are more important. Obviously, get the city as soon as you can. City is just the best thing in the game. So this seems pretty good to me. Ideally, I don't think there's enough room for a square house here. Yeah. So then I'm going to place it a little bit closer and just leave a half segment of room. But looking at this shape here, it's a little irregular, but it looks larger on the left than on the right. So I will put this more to the left. And again, I want to leave enough room on the side for a narrow building to fit. And this mansion lets me demonstrate what I mean. So this would fit in, like so. Now I may just have to go ahead and start placing mansions, because I don't think, yeah, I can't tag these both with a house, unfortunately. And I think mansion will be higher scoring in the long run if I put a mansion right here. But I'm not going to get... Like, I don't have room for a circus. I'm not going to get a gold mine, or a jeweler, because there isn't gold on here. But, yeah, let's actually start with the house. Change of plans. So, there. Can't even fit a second here. The nightmares of this island are truly unending. I want to leave enough room to slip one in there, so I'm actually gonna do this. Alright. Okay, here's the second city center, which makes the first one even more awkward. So, can I absorb a minus 18? I honestly don't think so. I don't think there's enough room up here to make that significant of a value difference pay off. So instead, I will ruin some trees and get another 22nd up here. But, or a 22, pardon. I might not need to do that yet, though. So let's see. Ooh, okay. 38. Okay, so there actually are a decent number of flowers down here. They just blend in with the ground. This one is just inside the ground. Like, just definitely not visible. I guess it's on the sand, technically. So, obviously I'm going to take this 30. Then, I think that rather than trying to do some shenanigans with the... Man, I really wish I could find a better way to fit this in so I could double score off them. Let's try that, actually. There's a fair deal of flat land down here. I could build my houses down here now. So we'll score a 30 as far to the left as I can. And then a 12 in a similar spot. Now my houses can go down here. Okay, perfect. Awkwardly, this spot that I set aside for it doesn't even touch the city center, but I can fit parks in there or something, so it's not an enormous loss. And I am blessed with another tiny mansion, so let's fit that in here. Pretty efficient use of space there. Alright, so this is the lumberjack that we have a decision to make. So this lumberjack can score me 7 points. Yeah, so essentially, do we think that leaving this spot open is worth more than 13 points? And I actually do. I think I'll be able to get more out of that, but something to keep in mind. I got a 13 right there. But for the moment, back to houses. Try not to take out these flowers. I mean, obviously this is the first island, so getting the next island is not a problem here. I'm worried about total score. Nice little 14. Try not to take out these flowers. Still get a 15. And see, like, already, just that placement has cut off that space. So I'm actually going to kind of cram this one up in here. Try and make a little bit better use of the space. Like a 16. Leave room back in there for maybe a tavern or something. Take this 17. And I am half done with the buildable space on this island. We could get some disappointing 17s or whatever. I think I'm actually going to go back to mansions, which means I should go ahead and... I think it's the same no matter what sequence you place them in. 3 points either way. Yeah. So I should place the faraway mansions first. Yeah, that is correct. Place the faraway mansions first so that the fountain's larger detection radius can touch them. That's the new plan. So I can get 11 points. Although actually I might want to use parks to gain more points from my mansion. So let's actually finish out the houses. See if we can get our next level from those. I saw a 16, so one does exist. 17. Slip that in like that's not too bad. I'm guessing there's no super tricky way to jam this in here. Nah. Alright, I don't mind. It's just such an awkward little space. Let's go ahead with this angle. Call that good. Okay, and there's still 117 here, so it looks like it has to be that orientation. And then I can get an 11. I've already placed every good house in this area. I'm gonna actually not place this 11 because we already saw a 16 using the other shape. So ideally, I'll wait until I have a higher value place to put this. These fields immediately look pretty bad because now I can't continue expanding that way. I could just take the like 7 or something, but again, I'd rather just grab this kind of janky 13. You know what? 13's a fine score. Let's try that. We'll try. Hut. Ooh, weird building offering. Okay, well now that I have 2 fountains, I'm much more inclined to go ahead and place one, and then place all of the mansions that are going to score from it. I need to leave a little bit more room there so that this mansion can slide in like so. So those two can press up against each other. $15, that's a fine score. I think these placements are all kind of self-explanatory. Just trying to make use of the space as well as I can. 14. And here are the parks that make all of these placements mistakes. No, obviously I'll need to place mansions elsewhere. I'm almost done with the space up here, so these parks will still be valuable elsewhere. They're not actually mistakes. Just happy accidents. So, do I want a park up here? Is the real question. Well, I need to put the fountain... Oh, I was really thinking there'd be enough room for that fountain to not intersect the other. That's bad. My intention was to place the second fountain in this corner, but that appears to not be an option. And it's like so close too. You can see that even right here is not. But then right there is. That's rough. Okay, so this fountain has to go down here then, I suppose. Which cuts off that 116 or whatever point house spot, but... Okay, well there's no second fountain going up here, which means I may as well place some parks as long as they still leave room for the mansions I have in mind. So, we'll place one... I have so little space, I have to be very judicious in how I use it. Okay, we'll try it like that. 16 points for each of these is fine. And that 7 is like super depressing, so we'll just try to avoid it for the moment. Even an 8 is so meh. I'll take it, but I'm not happy about it. So you see, we are already out of good things. Like, there's nothing we can place at this point that I'm happy with. I mean, I can come over here and get my 2-point lumberjack. I can eat up some more valuable space over here just to get 10 points out of a field, like, completely average. I could go ahead and cash in some huts. That should be an 18-point hut somewhere around here that dodges that mill. Yeah, right there. Could also place one of these 18-point fishers. The 20-point that gets the shaman is, or that gets the statue as well. Okay, let's go fountain, house. Then no mansions fit up here. I need a smaller shape. I don't want a 6-point mansion. This field will be decent points to mills going forward, but I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and cash this guy in. Making this house unnecessary, of course, but... Oh, and only one plateau. Brutal. Okay, so obviously I cannot try and, like, optimize the perfect temple or anything. I just don't have... I can't afford to mess around. I'm already running out of space. 500 points in. But I can just put this in a really simple spot. Yeah, I won't be able to get a high score out of it. So I think I'm just going to put it right where it will provide maximum high-scoring houses. Because, yeah, see, they're up to 20 points. That's acceptable. And... I think this is fine. I'm not thrilled about it, but... Yeah, park won't even fit there. And I have a lot of points still and only bad building options. Yeah, 14's fine. The fact that I've only gotten narrow parks so far is a small blessing. Yeah, these are okay. I mean, this shape isn't, but... there's the mill. Up to 4 huts. Getting there. Yeah, I've already, essentially, by placing that mansion, I shot my opportunity to get more houses in there, but sacrifices must be made. I do want to fit another mansion up in there to touch the city center. I do believe it's possible. Like, this one does not, which is a shame, but... Yeah, there's a pretty good mill. It's not really going to get much better than that until I get masons. And I don't think that the tiny mansion I could fit right there was worth more. So, begrudging acceptance. As I continue this island, I'm basically progressing through the stages of grief as I am increasingly aware that even the most fundamental of plans is not going to work out. There's just like no reason to build these down here. The scores are all crap. I want to save that spot for a new mansion, but how am I going to go through these mansions? Just up here for 6 points? I mean, alright. This guy won't be able to fit in far enough. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can get that 21, and it will not be worth anything up or around here. Okay, let's go ahead and take that 21. 21 isn't even bad. That's a completely acceptable score. I'm surprised there's no way to fit this in here, but I guess it is a larger shape. We are right back into crap. I'll look for another small mansion to fit in there. Ooh. Yeah, that's fine, actually. An 11 is... well, it is a number. I really can't say it's good, but... there has to be a 17 here. Yeah, so I think that already this has been a perfect demonstration of why, like, islands are not created equal, and what is and isn't a good island really comes down to space, first and foremost, and also, like, statue placement, trees and flowers to even a lesser degree. Like, this placement is bad. You can't use this space is small. So there's a 13 if I wanted to take up that whole area. But even, like, you know, I could fit probably 2 mansions in that same space for 7 each. And that's, you know, still not good. 21... yeah, that's actually decent. I could do the 13 and then the... what does this be, 28? Oh, 25. I don't think I want to place an 8-point house. I still have this bad shape of mansion. Don't have any parks even to increase the value. Okay, yeah, let's... go ahead and... is there anywhere decent to put this? I guess not. I mean, +1... can't fit it down here. Oh, I saw another +1. That's pretty good space usage, too. Although, it's probably like that exact spot and that exact orientation are the only way it'll fit. Yeah, God, the fact that it won't touch the other sawmill is rough. But my second sawmill it will contact, so let's just go ahead and take that. Again, like, this space, this land is not valuable. There's nothing else is going to really fit there. And then we can take a 20, and then a 25, and still be nowhere near the next level. This is an uncommonly bad island. I had to reload several times to get one this bad, but boy, it is bad. I got a bunch of different 16s around here. I guess I want to leave... Actually, this area is not usable, right? Like, what would I put there? A tavern? Yeah, maybe. Alright, I'll use other little awkward bits of land. 16 there. I think a tavern would fit there, actually, so maybe I conserve that spot, but I gotta place it somewhere. Oh, it won't fit out here. Okay, perfect. This is now Huttville. I don't have anywhere to put either of these. Like, straight up, I know I could put my brewing here, but what is that really achieving, right? And the circus, I already have mansions polluting this area. Maybe a circus on a wall plateau here would get me, like, 30 or 40 points, like, not a high number. But I guess let's go ahead and take brewing. I mean, I'm going to end up with them both eventually. So now the question becomes, do I even want to place this hops field and brewery? Or do I want to just hold on to them for the moment? Not jump off that until I have to. I want a smaller mansion, so I'm going to place this one. This one's not smaller, but the shape might... Okay, good. The different shape does allow it to fit. And then this mansion is real small. Won't fit up there, obviously, but probably has some... Nope, that warehouse ruined it. Probably should have placed that warehouse a bit more carefully. In retrospect. Alright, there's an 8-pointer. I don't think I can tolerate a +1. Like, I know it'll give me an advantage on the mansion placement, but +1 is pretty rough. Take the 8. Then take a 9. And back to huts. Because these are scoring a high value for how much area they take up. Which is really what I'm looking for right now. It's converting small land into big point. This is nice. I'll put more huts up there. Just give me a fisher. Fishers, seaweed fields, that's what I'm really looking for. So, go as far over this way as I can. 25. Then I should be able to put a third here that maybe doesn't get this, but at least gets everything through here. Now, I probably will have to place the tower to get through this round. Wow. This is the worst island I've ever played. If it isn't obvious, I'm really struggling to make anything out of this. Then my resort oasis doesn't have anywhere good to go yet, so I may as well... But, like, if I get another city center, I want to put my city center up here and then build houses or whatever around it and get decent points. But I need points now. So, I guess we do this. Boy, that is underwhelming. Ugh. Get a 13, maybe tag it through the wall from here. I don't think a tavern would, but I do need the points. Okay, yeah, 9's fine. In such a small spot, too. Nothing else will really benefit from it. And is there any... No, there's actually, like, nowhere in this area to build a house. I don't think a house will fit anywhere. So I don't want to start new houses. I can't... I literally don't think I can place my market. Unless maybe out here. Nah, way too small. Yeah, I don't think I could legally... Whoops. Place my market anywhere. So... I can't really get points out of fields. I think it has to be the tower. Just going from bad to worse. Get a 34 point tower. It's only 40 points short of what I'm normally looking for. It doesn't even get me the next tier. Truly, truly poor. So I should place whatever else I'm placing first, I guess. Which just has to be this, right? And then what I'm looking at, literally 5 points here. And no better anywhere else. 8 points if I use the statue. Speaking of, I could use the statue. I could get an 8-point house up here. That actually doesn't... I don't hate it. I don't like it. But given my opportunities, I think that single 8-point house is fine. And now I place the, like, 35-point tower. Yeah. A little bit more looking. I'm glad I did, because the 37, when angled this way... every point's going to matter here. So we'll take the 37. Looking for water plateaus, wall plateaus... Alright, Resort Oasis leads me down the path towards Water Plateau, and I need land. I need buildable area. I actually might lose here. Oh, this is going to be close. I need a lot of points. Alright, I need 79 points, and I can only get 18 from the Fisher. There's like another 18 here taking the negative. That's pretty savage. I guess I do that. Putting them close together does benefit me. Yeah, okay. So there's an 18. Resort Oasis probably cannot be... Oh, there's a placement. Negative 32. I'm doing it. Yeah, it doesn't fit up here. It's going to need to be on a water plateau, like here or something. Or even a normal plateau, which is fine. Like, that's a decent spot for it. So I can get 9 points, 6 points. I need to look at everything, because I'm real close to not making the next tier. I might have to place every field or something stupid. Yeah, this goes up here. Just for... some variation of 9 points, yeah. Not really happy with any of these, but I'll put there. Then... 5-point house, 7-point mansion. Big money right there. Yeah, houses... will not fit anywhere up here. All this space is gone. Houses will not fit anywhere here. So the only houses I could build would be somewhere through here, which would ruin the upcoming Resort Oasis. But given that I still need 45 points, I think I actually... Good heavens. This is bad. Yeah, this won't fit anywhere. Nor will the fact that it's a square house. If I had like an L angle one, I might be able to fit it right there, which is an argument for placing this house somewhere randomly to get 1 point, so I get a different house. So I can actually check, I guess. Okay, so my next house is another square. And they fixed the undo bug, by the way, so it's always going to be a square now. which is good. I'm glad it's gone from the game. It was not a fun play pattern. It does, I think, reduce high scores, but I'm fine with that as long as everyone's on the same playing field. Oh god, this is hurting me to do, because this is killing my future point potential. And maybe it's all for nothing. Maybe I won't even get there, come to look at this. Alright, let's go ahead and place out my grand high score. Oh, and they're all square, so I can't even put a third up here. So I can't even get the park. That's rough. Oh well, we get one random little pleasant suburb out here with just a single field and a single solitary house keeping it company. And with just over 1,000 points, the worst island of my entire time playing this game. I'm willing to bet I got more than 1,000 points on my first island. Maybe. I'd watched a couple of the developer videos, so I had some ideas. But this island, I think, perfectly captures some of the concepts I was talking about earlier, that if you're going to have a small amount of space, or a small amount of valuable space, you need to make the most out of it. So these mansions through here are not, like, great, but you do see they are efficiently utilizing every inch of space around the statue. These fields, I think, ended up hurting me some. If I'd had houses through here, I think they would have scored slightly higher. I might have made it through another round, which would have gotten me onto the water plateaus, which could have unlocked the whole rest of the shebang. But obviously, if you roll up a bad island later in the game, it's basically just a death sentence. And you won't ever get one this bad. This generation pattern is unique to the very first island, but oh boy does it screw you if you do get it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know that there's some desire to have just like traditional standard same old island walkthroughs, and I will do some more of those, but I also want to vary the content up a little bit. So let me know what you think. I always enjoy reading the comments, and thank you all for watching. See you here next time.